Hello and welcome to this episode of Tuning Tips by CS Tuners, where I share how the best-in-class companies achieve 28% higher net revenue retention. Today's guest is Customer Success Mega Evangelist and Head of Customer Success at GoodTime.io, Lauren Costella. Hello, Lauren.
Andreas, thanks for having me. And for those of you who don't know me, as Andreas mentioned, my name is Lauren Costella, and currently I serve as the head of CS strategy for customer success for Good Time. I also find myself as the interim head of strategy for our pipeline team as well. So if you know any good marketers, please send them along my way. I'm looking for someone to help with that. But in my role, I run everything post initial first opportunity sale. So that means that I do own the net retention number, which includes growth and a sales number. And we handle everything from onboarding to adoption to value to renewal.
Lauren, today we discuss services and functions. Looking through the participants of the Customer Success Performance Index benchmark, I see that all champions offer free onboarding. The champions offer twice as often customer training, and the majority have in-house marketeers. I know that you don't subscribe to a narrow definition of customer success. How does CS look like under your direction at Good Time?
Yeah, so these are really wonderful questions. I'm glad you asked them. We absolutely have onboarding. It is included as part of our pricing. Now, there are options for people to onboard differently. For example, if they need someone to do things for them and not serve as a guide, we have options, and those are the ones that are more so paid for. In terms of including marketing or those other functions, first, let me just go high level and say you really need to understand first your business strategy, and you need to understand where customer success fits in that business strategy. And you need to find out how you make money, what is your brand promise to customers? So I caveat to say Good Time knows that we are a software that takes time to make time. So if it takes time, we have to make sure that we set up people for success and helping them to onboard. It's part of who we are. You might have a business where it doesn't take any time and you're doing all of this stuff up front, and maybe you could charge for that because it is extra. It is more of that professional services grade versus, hey, actually a lot of this could be done, on your own. So really as a leader, you have to think about strategically who you are, what's your brand promise, and then how do you deliver these things? For us, again, takes time to make time. So we definitely include in our onboarding steps and things that allow people to successfully adopt our product.
Yep.
Now, the other thing that we realize, as we're working through our strategy or different areas of growth, you have to understand we're also a Series A going for Series B startup. So where we are things that where we are and where our customers are and what we have to do and organize ourselves around customers might be different than, what 200 or 300 or 5,000 person company is doing. We were very interested in customer marketing as being part of our strategy because of how we've organized ourselves around the customer journey. Part of that has to do with limited resources, has to do with how we work with our customers and graduate them into a community, but we don't want to lose touch with those customers. We also know that some of those customers are totally fine engaging in that community. But within there, we want to make sure that we're reaching out to customers at the right time, that they're getting the same information that our prospects are getting, that they are being notified and they get the right message at the right time through the medium that matters to them. So customer marketing has to be fundamentally part of our strategy because of how we've organized ourselves around the journey based on the resourcing that we have today. So it really stems again from knowing your business, knowing where customers fit in the delivery of that brand promise, and knowing what resources you have at the size of your company to be able to function and deliver those results.
Thanks so much for emphasizing the strategic aspect so that CS does not become an island. Thank you so much for sharing from strategy to marketing. Always a pleasure to brainstorm CS with you.
Thank you, Andreas. Have a good one.
If anyone in the audience would like to benchmark themselves and receive a personalized performance report, Donate about 10 minutes of your time and go to customersuccessperformanceindex.com to participate in the benchmark. Until the next episode, I say auf Wiedersehen and goodbye.